Hello everyone and welcome to all my dear students. Today is your SP class, right? So today in this class we are going to talk about management. And before to discuss about the population management, and first of all I want to revise some of the important portion that we had discussed in our previous class. And my dear students, in our previous class, we had discussed some of the environmental effects of rapid population growth rate. Some of the environmental effects like air, water, soil, forest, minerals, air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, sound pollution, right? So due to the rapid population growth rate, different environmental effects, social and economic effects of rapid population growth rate. So today in this class, we are going to discuss about population management. And in our previous class and before that class also, we had discussed population management is very essential. Population management is very essential because for the population management, it helps to reduce different environmental problems, helps to manage the different means and resources. We feel very easy and comfortable because lots of facilities and services we can get if we control the rapid population growth rate. That is a population management. So my dear students, so today in this class, just I told you we are going to talk about introduction first. What is the meaning of population management and some methods of population management. What are the different methods of population management? Second part, the first part is introduction to population management. What is the meaning? What is the definition of population management? Before to discuss the introduction to population management, first of all, my dear students, just I told you this population management is very easy, very simple. First of all, I want to know the definition from your one side. What is your view? What is your definition of population management from your one side? So first of all, I want to know your view, your thought, your opinion about the population management. First of all, I want to request. First of all, I want to request Miss Drishti Singh. Are you listening to me? Miss Drishti.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Miss Drishti, now just I told you today in this class we are going to talk about the population management. First introduction. It is a very minor, very normal. And in the previous week, in our previous class, we had discussed the different effects of rapid population growth rate. Okay, Drishti, could you please tell me what is your view? In your view, what is the meaning? What is the definition of population management?
Population management.
Yes,
Population management is the distribution of population
yes,
uh, in an area by seeing its resources.
yes. Okay, very good. And Drishti, uh, could you tell me, do you know about some methods of population management? What is your view? Just you can share your opinion only. What is your view? Could you know some methods of population management? Any idea?
First of all, we have to collect the data of number of population in an area.
Yeah. Okay, we have to find
And,
out
uh,
for that. We have to collect for. We have to.
yeah.
Okay, after then.
And then we first of all, then after that, we should control population by various ways,
Ways like, can you say
like
various
birth
ways mean like?
spacing, birth space,
Yeah, yeah.
gender equality.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Dristy. Thank you so much. Okay, now, my dear students, now we are going to start our content, population management. Now, my dear students, you can see in the next slide, introduction to population management. Today's our topic, introduction to population management, and the second topic is methods of population management. Just discussing, share our opinion, our view, what is the meaning of population management, and she also share her view about some methods of population management. Now, my dear students, you can see in the slide. I have mentioned the two definition. One is the definition of population management. So in the introduction to population management, introduction means we should know what is the meaning, what is the definition of population management. And if we know the meaning introduction, then we can easily create, easily think what are the ways, what are the methods, what are the different techniques to manage the population. So, my dear students, you can see in the slide, you can point out, you can copy down in your copy as well. So, introduction to population management. Just I told you in the slide, there are the two definitions of population management. Okay, before to discuss about that slide, first of all, I want to define the population management in a simple way. I think so. In our previous class, also, I told you what is the meaning of population management. Population management means to manage the population, first of all, we have to reduce the birth rate. Reduce birth rate, because to the high birth rate, surely it increases the population, and because of increment of population, it becomes very difficult to manage the population. So for the population management is reduce birth rate, reduce birth rate. And to reduce birth rate, people should be aware, people should be conscious for that, for to reduce birth rate. Human beings are most responsible. Human beings should be conscious and should be aware to reduce the birth rate. So simply population management means to reduce the high birth rate, and if you reduce the high birth rate, we can manage different means and resources in a proper way, so that reduce birth rate to manage the population. Okay, now you can see in the slide. Now, first of all, I am going to read the definition of population management. First definition, you can see in the slide. Population management means proper distribution of population, proper distribution of population as per carrying capacity of natural resources available in the country. That means for population management means proper distribution of population according to the capacity of resources which is available in a certain country. That means a proper distribution of population according to the capacity. For that, according to the availability of natural resources, population distribution should be done. So population management means proper distribution of the population according to the capacity of natural resources which is available in a certain country. Carrying capacity of natural resources means according to the capacity of natural resources, population should be distributed. My dear students, according to the capacity of natural resources, population should be distributed. And if there is use uncontrolled population distribution, then it becomes very difficult to get different resources in a certain country. So that in any country, according to the capacity of resources, population should be distributed in a certain country. That's the meaning of the first definition of population management. All right. And after that, my dear students, once again, you can see the same slide, the next definition of population management. And my dear students, you have to remember, you have to point out that the definition of population education, we can define it in different ways. There is not only one definition. From our one view also, we can define the definition, but the definition should be, or definition must be meaningful. So different scholars, different economics, different professor, different people have defined the definition in their one way, because the views, opinions, the thoughts are not same among the different professor, scholars, economics, right? So that the definition we can define in the different ways, but the meaning, the definition must be meaningful. Okay. Now, my dear students, now second definition. Now we are going to discuss. So the second definition is population management means properly, properly, rationally, yeah, rationally or scientifically, and validly. Validly means there's a legally planned mobilization, distribution, and management of population and management of population as per natural resources available in the country. Here also, same as the first definition. Once again, you can see the first definition. In the first definition, there is given according to the capacity of resources, population should be distributed. And once again, in the second definition, there is revised that. Once again, I want to read the definition. My dear students, once again, I want to read the definition of population management, the second definition. Population management means proper management. That means the proper management of human resources. So my dear students, listen very carefully. Properly means proper use of human resources, proper management of human resources according to the available natural resources, and rationally, scientifically, systematically management of human resources according to the availability of natural resources. That's a rationally, right? And validly planned. Validly is decided, just legally planned with a proper plan and policy, with plan mobilization, plan mobilization of human resources. Mobilize means to use of human resources, and without a mobilization of human resources, how is that possible to manage the population? Because human resources are very important resources to manage the population. So plan mobilization, with a plan mobilization of human resources for the management of population, and distribution, well planned distribution. That's title, yeah, well planned distribution of population in a certain place, in a certain country. That means according to the availability of resources, distribution should be population distribution should be in a planned way, properly planned distribution, and management of population. Management is well planned management of population as per natural resources available in the country. That is that is also one of the definition of population management. So that population management indicates properly mobilize, properly, rationally, and legally planned mobilization, use, distribution, and management of population. And for that, according to the availability of natural resources, according to the availability of natural resources, there should be proper, rational, and valid plan mobilization, distribution for the management of population according to the availability of natural resources. All right, okay. And in case, as you all know, that if there is a proper, rational, and validly planned, then it becomes very easy to manage the population. It becomes very easy to get different means and resources, and it also becomes very easy to solve different environmental problems. So that's why proper, rational, and valid plan is very essential for the proper distribution of population, for proper mobilization of human resources, and for the proper management of population growth rate. All right, okay. So in this introduction to population management, okay, and after the to introduction to population management, now some methods of population management. Now we are going to talk, we are going to discuss about methods of population management. And my dear students, there are two methods of population management. That's a direct and indirect methods. So today in this class, just we are going to talk about the direct methods, and about indirect methods. In next class, we'll talk about indirect methods. So today in this class, just we are going to talk about the direct methods of population management. And just introduction to population management, just we discuss what is the meaning, what is the definition of population management, right? And simple definition of population management is, just I told you, to reduce the high birth rate or to control rapid population growth rate, right? To control rapid population growth rate. That is a meaning of population management, right? Now, some direct methods of population management are listed on the slide. First, I want to read the different direct methods of population management, and one by one we'll discuss, as well as we'll interact as well, because there are some methods that in our previous class also we had discussed about like a delay marriage, board spacing. Yeah. So some direct methods are first delay marriage here. Delay marriage means to marry in appropriate age and suitable age. Marry in appropriate or suitable age, as a delay marriage. The first one, methods of population management. Second, board spacing, gapping of board. Second, direct methods of population management. Third is the controlling of migration. And about the migration in the previous class, so many times we had already discussed about the migration. What is the migration and types of migration? Use of contraceptive devices, direct methods of population management, and the next also legal abortion are some of the direct methods of population management. And about indirect methods, I told you that there are two methods, direct and indirect. And about indirect methods, in next class we will talk about indirect methods. Now, my dear students, now we are going to solve interaction with the direct methods of population management. First of all, the first direct methods of population management, delay marriage here, and just I told you delay marriage means to marry in an appropriate age, in a suitable age. And as you all know that there are different advantages of delay marriage, and in case of the early marriage, so harmful for both male and female, for the couples. Yeah, so delay marriage is very useful, very important. That's why to manage the population. So to share about the delay marriage, I want to request Miss Dipson. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Dipsana, just we discussed the introduction to population management. Do you have any confusion about the definition of population management?
No, sir.
No, okay, very good, because it is also very simple. In the previous class also we had learned about the population management. Yeah. So Miss Dipsana, you can see the slide. There are some direct methods of population management. The first direct methods of delay marriage. Could you please share us some things about delay marriage, because this is very easy, very simple, and just I told you delay marriage means to marry in an appropriate age. Please, could you share us about the delay marriage?
So, delayed
Okay.
marriage helps in population control, population
Yeah.
management, because
Yes. Yes.
because in delayed marriage, the woman's fertility power is like, the woman's fertility power is what?
Yes.
वुमेनहरूको फर्टिलिटी फर्टाइल पावर चाहिँ बढी ठिक्कको हुन्छ अनि उनीहरूले चाहिँ
Yes.
अनवान्टेड
Hmm.
बर्थ चाइल्डहरू अथवा डेथ अफ मदर डेथ अफ चिल्ड्रेनहरूलाई पनि त्यो के अरे डेथ अफ मदर अथवा डेथ अफ के अरे चिल्ड्रेन पनि
Baby.
त्यो
Children. Yeah.
अकर हुँदैन
Oh.
अकर
Oh.
अनि
It's a yes. Yes.
डिलेड म्यारेजले चाहिँ
Hmm.
वुमेनहरूको फर्टिलिटी हेरेर उनीहरूको त्यो हेरेर नै लाइक बेबीलाई बर्न गर्यो भने चाहिँ त्यसले चाहिँ पपुलेसनलाई कन्ट्रोल गर्न सक्छ अनि अनवान्टेड चिल्ड्रेनहरूलाई अनि अनवान्टेड बर्थ गर्न दिँदैन.
It controls unwanted birth rate. Okay, so very good for your view, Miss Dipsana. Thanks for your interaction. Thanks for your view. Okay, my dear students, just Dipsana share us about the first one, delay marriage, and see share us some of the advantages of delay marriage. And just try to delay marriage, the first one method of population marriage. And delay marriage means to marry in an appropriate age. And marriage is also one of the important part of human's life. and in the suitable age, the male and female engage in marriage life. But delay marriage is very useful. I told you that, and especially at least 20 years for the girls and 25 for the boys. That's a suitable age to engage in marriage life. And due to delay marriage, it helps to control the unwanted birth, and due to delay marriage, both male and female becomes educated, fully understanding between them, and helps to reduce quarrels, misunderstanding among the couples. There are different advantages of delay marriage, right? So that delay marriage helps to reduce the birth rate. So that delay marriage is the first one. Direct methods of population management, and you can also compare the early and delay marriage. Early marriage creates the early pregnancy, and early pregnancy it increases the size of population, but delay marriage, delay conception, that's a delay in appropriate age, women become pregnant and helps to control the birth rate. So delay marriage is first method of population management. Okay, and after then the next method, bird spacing. Okay, for the bird spacing, okay, I want to request Mr. Saurabh Kafla. Are you listening to me, Mr.
Yes,
Saurabh?
sir.
Okay, Mr. Saurabh, just Miss Dipsona share us about Julia marriage. Okay, Mr. Saurabh, please, could you please tell me some things about the bird spacing?
Yes, birth spacing
Okay, please.
means maintaining gap between two children,
Yes,
and it helps in population management because there is less time for giving birth. I
yes,
mean, in 10 years, if a
yeah,
female could give birth
yes.
to 5 babies, then if there is
Uh-huh.
birth spacing of 5 years between each and every baby, then she could only give two babies. So it
Okay,
helps.
Saurabh, thank you so much. Thanks for your view. Thanks for interaction. Okay, my dear students, just Mr. Saurabh Kafle share us about the second direct methods of bird spacing, gapping to reproduce a baby. And you know that bird spacing after having your first child, first baby, couples should make a gap. That's a bird spacing at least for 5 years is good, suitable to get a second baby. And for the bird spacing, the couples, especially the husband and wife, should make a plan for the bird spacing, for the gapping to get a second baby. That's a birth spacing also helps to minimize the birth rate. For the certain years, it helps to minimize the birth rate. That means helps to manage the population, helps to control the rapid population growth rate. Okay. And after then, now next direct management of methods of population management, controlling of migration. Okay, it is very simple, very minor. Okay, for the controlling migration, I want to request Miss, okay, Sirisa Thapa, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Sirisa, could you please tell me some things about the controlling of migration? Controlling of migration is also one of the direct methods of population management. Could you say some things about the controlling of migration? How does controlling of migration help to manage the population? What is your view?
Controlling migration simply means the process of changing the place from one place to
Yes,
another in order to get some facilities.
yes,
If we can control the migration of people, it can control the population management and
yes,
making population. For example, if the population in Tora is very high, then people
yes,
can migrate towards Hilly or Himalayan region because there are some
yes,
facilities there also which can help
yes,
the resources utilization very wisely.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Mr. Thank you so much. Very good. Okay, thanks for your view. Thank you so much. Okay, my dear students, just Ms. Sirisa Thapa says about the controlling of migration. And as you all know that because of the uncontrolling of migration, it creates unbalance, right? Controlling of migration, because of the uncontrol, if there is not control of migration, it creates the unbalance in certain place, high population growth rate, and a certain place loss of manpower. So in certain place it increases maximum the number of population, that increase the population and it adversely affect the environment. But in some place, loss of human resources and lack of developing in that place. In case if there is lack of controlling of migration, in case of lack of control in migration, creates imbalance. And in case if there is unbalance, then it adversely affect the environment and people face different types of problems as well. So that's why controlling of migration is also one of the direct methods of population management. All right. Okay, and after then, my dear students, now the next methods of population management: use of contraceptive devices. So my dear students, like delay marriage, body spacing, controlling of migration, use of contraceptive devices is also one of the methods of population management. And in this unit, after indirect methods of population, we will detailedly discuss about the different contraceptive devices, temporary and permanent contraceptive devices. And for today, thus you have to remember that there are different male and female contraceptive devices are there, and especially couples, husband and wife use different types of contraceptive devices. That's why to make a gap, birth spacing. So my dear students, contraceptive devices are used by the couples, husband and wife, that's why to make a gap as a birth spacing for the certain years. That's why to make a gap for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. It depends upon the couples for making gap, and for that couples use different contraceptive devices like different femidom condoms are there, Depo-Provera injection, different contraceptive devices are there. In next class, we'll detail discuss about different contraceptive devices used by male and female. Okay, all right. That is a use of contraceptive device, one of the direct methods of population management. And after that, my dear students, now you can see the next method also. And the next method is this legal abortion. The next methods of the population management and this legal abortion. And I think so you all of you know that what is legal abortion. Abortion means that's why to kill a baby inside the mother's womb. Yeah, to kill a baby inside the mother's womb. Or in next way also we can define the definition of abortion means abortion, that's a ending of pregnancy. Yeah, ending of pregnancy by expulsion of an fetus before it can survive outside the uterus. That's a definition of abortion. And legal abortion is also one of the direct methods of population management, because abortion is directly linked to abort means to end the pregnancy. Yeah, so to end the pregnancy means that's directly reduce the birth rate. Abortion, that's directly linked, because abortion means to end or termination of pregnancy, and if women terminate the pregnancy, then it's directly reduced the birth rate, right? So that legal abortion is also one of the direct method of population management. Yeah. So okay, and after then, my dear students, now
So what
once
is the
again,
legal time limit of abortion in Nepal?
sorry, once again, yes, yes.
So what is the legal time limit of abortion in Nepal?
Legal time period means like this. My dear students, you have to listen very carefully. And just I too, in case of the abortion, it depends upon the decision of couples. My dear time period means, my listen, time period, just I told you, the case of abortion, it depends upon the decision of couples. According to the discussion or understanding of couples, abortion done. So that the time period is not fixed here. Time period is not fixed here. Just the reason is just I told you, the abortion done by the proper understanding between the couples, between the husband and wife. Abortion case. Without the
No, sir, but the legal time limit in US is about 196 days, and in other countries also there is a particular time limit. But what is the case in Nepal?
okay. For that, here it means Mr. Shubham. For that, I told you it means for that also in case of to know about the time period. Okay, I will see in the next class. I'll tell you. Okay. So, but you have to, Mr. Shubham, you have to remember that in this direct methods of the population management in case of legal abortion, mind it that in case of legal abortion, the main important is according to the fully understanding between the couples, then abortion done. And about the time period also in the next class, I'll tell you. Okay, Mr. Subham? Okay. And after then, my dear students, once again, now I am going to conclude the introduction to population management and methods of population management. And just to, in this class, we had discussed about introduction to population management. First, introduction, what is the meaning of population management? And once again, I want to repeat the definition for your easiness. Population management means to reduce the high birth rate, And if you reduce the high birth rate, then we can easily manage the population growth rate. So let's reduce the high birth rate, then we can easily manage the population. That's the definition of population management. And secondly, there are some methods of population management, like delay marriage, marry in an appropriate age, right? And also abortion is there, birth spacing is there, controlling of migration, some direct methods of population management. And my dear friends, for the proper management of the population, especially the human beings are most responsible, especially the married couples are also the responsible to manage the population, as well as different organizations also play a vital role to manage the population, because different organization, different NGO also conduct different effective programs. That's why to aware to the people to manage the population, that means to reduce the birth rate. So that's why to manage the population, from our one side also, we have our role, have to think, we have to follow the different methods to manage the population. And if you manage the population, just I told you, if you manage the population, then we feel very comfortable, we get different sufficient means and resources, we can make our life standard comfortable. And also, if you manage the population, people get different opportunities, and due to the opportunities, people can easily make their life happy, satisfied, and comfortable. So that's why there are the different advantages of population management. So we have to think, what are the different methods we have to implement in our real life to manage the population. All right, okay. Now I think so we have remained few minutes, okay, for 2-3 minutes. Okay, now we are going to interact. Okay, for the interaction, Miss Erika, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Erika, just we discuss introduction to population management and some of the methods of population management, right? Okay, Miss Erika, could you define the definition of population management?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please, first.
Population management refers to the proper distribution of population according to the availability of means and resources in a certain area.
Okay, Ms. Sarika, thank you so much. Okay, all of you, thank you so much for your active participation. Thank you so much.